Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So millions of Americans will be receiving extra food assistance, and time is running out for lawmakers in Congress to pass an infrastructure package. Now folks, I believe that the Democrats and the Republicans must join forces and help out the American people. They must send out the fourth stimulus check of $1,000 a month and even $2,000 a month.
They have a plan, an alternative on infrastructure that could satisfy both sides. A little too early to tell, but they're trying. Here exclusively with us, two key members of that committee.
Because even though the country is reopening, there are still many cities across the country that are still shut down. And so a fourth stimulus check is definitely needed. Now if you guys agree with my message, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. On this channel, I will be providing you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check news.
100% of nothing. We looked at both the Republican and Democrat proposal. We saw what the criticisms were from the opposite party, and we tried to put something together that, obviously nobody's in love with Neil. That's the whole point of compromise. That's the essence of our caucus. Nobody's in complete love with the plan, but everybody's okay with it, and that's the only way you get bipartisan compromise. So
now folks, President Biden's relentless focus on passing an infrastructure bill is increasingly dividing his party, the Democratic Party that is. And this comes as many Democrats fear that drawn-out negotiations could derail the rest of Biden's agenda and imperil what they see as the urgent need to protect voting rights. And this Friday, more details emerged of a 5-year, nearly $1 trillion infrastructure bill that was offered by a group of 10 senators. But unfortunately, some White House officials do not agree with this.
President Biden's budget proposes an historic investment in the American people. When it comes to health care, the president has called on Congress to do more, especially for Medicare. Now, Medicare is very popular, but it is not perfect, especially when it comes to covering the services that older Americans need. For example, 50% of people aged 75 or older have a disabling hearing loss. But Medicare doesn't offer a comprehensive hearing benefit. It also doesn't cover full dental or vision services.
And they don't agree with the For the People Act, which is the party's voting bill. One senior White House official working on voting rights said that even if the bill took effect, Republican legislatures would find workarounds. So everybody, it looks like our politicians are playing the back and forth game again. It seems like they're intentionally holding back our stimulus check. But tell me in the comments down below, who do you think is to blame for holding back our stimulus money? Is it the Democrats or the Republicans? If you want everybody, feel free to leave a comment down below. And the White House officials are committed to forging ahead on infrastructure, viewing it as a chance to deliver a transformative economic boost to a country hit hard by the crisis. They believe that tackling such basics as roads, bridges, and broadband is good politics, and it shows the government's capacity to improve the lives of the American people. So that's some great news, everybody. At least some of our politicians are stepping up to the challenge and helping out Americans like you and I. They also contend that a win on infrastructure is going to create momentum for other initiatives. And plus, unlike with issues around voting, they can pass infrastructure along party lines. The White House has already said that President Biden spoke with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Both of them spoke recently about moving forward with the budget reconciliation process as a potential pathway to get his $2.25 trillion infrastructure proposal passed this summer. Now the White House Press Secretary, in addition everybody, the White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said in a statement that President Biden spoke with Schumer to discuss the need to commence work on the budget resolution process so the legislation to advance the president's economic priorities and tax reform plans can move to the Senate floor around July. And that's some great news, everybody, for all of us. If Congress reaches an agreement next month, millions of Americans will definitely be receiving more relief very soon. The press secretary even stated that the president is committed to moving his economic legislation through Congress this summer, and he's pursuing multiple paths to get this done. What are your thoughts on President Biden, everybody? Is he doing what it takes to send out the fourth round of stimulus money? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. So while President Biden has not committed to passing his infrastructure proposal using the process of budget reconciliation, This statement suggested that he's inching closer to doing so as bipartisan negotiations falter. On June 12th, unemployed workers in the state of Alaska, Iowa, Missouri, and even Mississippi will see their crisis unemployment benefits shut off 3 months earlier than expected. The first of 25 Republican-led states to end the federal benefits that would ordinarily expire in September. Economists and researchers say the move will only nudge a small amount of people back into the workforce and will not outweigh the precariousness for workers relying on benefits for basic needs and who are staying home for other reasons, like caregiving for elderly relatives or children. What do you think is going to happen, everybody? Is it a good idea to end federal unemployment benefits early? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. GOP-led 21 states will continue forging ahead, turning off their federal benefits through July 19th to heed business complaints that employers cannot find enough people to work. They say the government is paying people more not to work than they can afford to pay them to work, and that businesses cannot compete. So the New York State Office of Temporary and Disability Assistance just announced $200 million in additional food aid for June. All New Yorkers enrolled in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP benefits, will receive the maximum allowable level of food benefits for June due to that additional funding, which was provided by the federal government. These additional food benefits will help hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers to feed themselves and their families, while also providing a much-needed boost to local retailers. The Texas Health and Human Services Commission is also extending emergency SNAP food benefits for the month of June in response to the crisis. According to Texas Governor Greg Abbott, recipients will also continue to receive a 15% increase in their total benefits. And that will continue until September of this year. The 15% increase in the additional emergency allotment amount should appear in recipients' accounts by June 30th. Thank you for watching, everybody. I truly appreciate everyone's amazing support. Until next time, have a great day and stay safe.
You and I have had this discussion before. I'm concerned about the lack of a bridge between where we are today and where we're going to get to eventually with new systems. And you have tough choices, and we've heard all about the difficult priorities you have to set. But I remain concerned about the retirement of Block 30s prematurely to benefit our combatant commanders everywhere. But I think Afghanistan presents a rather unique example of the threat. With that, General Milley, could I ask you, are the combatant commanders getting all of the ISR support that they need in every theater?
I would tell you that